Good morning. How are you guys doing this morning? Good? Got your coffee? Excellent. I wanted to get up early, do this video. I have to run to town, mail a couple packages. And one of the packages that I have to mail is related to something that I want to talk about. We have one package to open. Everybody knows this envelope from Adam J. NurseNumismatic. We are going to open up this little package, but and I gotta send a thank you card out to Meg with some more of these little Nomi guys. I get these little Nomi guys in my cigars. One of the cigars I smoke, it's a punch cigar I get at the Quick Star up here in town. It's a Quick Trip, Quick Star, same thing. But I get one of these in there. Oh, it's a classical cigar. I get a thing of it, but I get one in each one. So I send some of these to Gremlin. I send some of these to Meg because they look like a Gremlin. They look like a Meg, but that little thing that the guy's holding right there says punch on it. So, but they're just a cool little back. You can write little thank you notes on them, stick them in coins and stuff when you're sending them out. I thought they were cool. I thought my Nomi lady would like those, and my Gremlin lady would like those. All the packages I'm sending, and I got an email from a guy. He comes in the stream every once in a while. He might even be in the stream this morning. Hi, Scratch. How you doing, bud? Kane Friday. You guys know him from Australia. Who is his proxy here in the States? Oh God, I gotta look it up. You're gonna make me look it up, aren't you? Kane Friday. Yeah, you guys gonna make me look it up. Good God, where is it? I got it someplace. Goes Nancy T. Anyway, I got an email from Kane, and he's usually in my streams, and I bump into him, especially on Kiwi's streams. But he just got his package from Ghost Nancy T from like the last 8 months, and some of the coins, most of the stuff that I had sent him was in there. But one of the things that I hadn't sent him that he won in a race was a 2022 Kook. God, oh man, I had to go back in my notes and look, and sure enough, he did. And I still had it sitting here on my desk. What the hell is it sitting on my desk for? It should have been mailed to him. Well, it wasn't. And that was several months ago. Two, almost 3 months ago. So that's one of the packages that's going out with him, or going out to him. And in that package is a North American Hunting Club collector medallion for white-tailed deer, which are not native to Australia or New Zealand, but are native to the United States. It's a bronze medal and another gram of silver, an American flag, Old Glory, gram of silver. And that's going out to him too as a way to say, I'm sorry, I fucked up. And I want to make it up to you. So I have become aware of a couple of incidents in our community the last couple of weeks. Kiwi was supposed to have something mailed to him from Silver Sewing Machine. And I like Kiwi. You know, he can be a little abrasive, but a good guy. Means well. Silver Sewing Machine, Angela. I and her exchange. I send her pennies. She sends me Canadian crap, Canadian stuff. And good relationship. I go on her stream. She comes into mine when I'm up with somebody. And it's fun, but she mailed something to Kiwi and it got lost in the mail. Kiwi was pissed, of course. I would be a little upset myself, depending on what it was. Then he said something or posted it on the internet. And you got to remember, guys, and the internet is forever. Once you post something, it's there forever. This video is on the internet forever. Law enforcement in 200 years are going to be looking at it. Maybe. So, you know, you got to moderate what you say or type, because you don't personally know most of the people on the internet in this community. Some of us have met face to face and in person. I haven't met a single one of you in person. Yet I have had people send me gifts. I've had some of the kindest things done for me and to me by people in this community. Yeah, Kiwi said some abrasive things to me. And after we talked about it, we got everything worked out. Not a big deal. You got to talk to people. Anyway, something was lost in the mail. Kiwi was upset. He posted something that probably was better left unsaid. And then Silver Sewing Machine got pissed off. See, you don't know how people are going to react to the things you say and how you meant them to be. They take them a completely different way most of the time. And you are better off refraining from saying things. Simply because you just don't know how people will take them. All right. That incident, I had a similar incident where I had a coin come from Texas. The person did not pack it right in the envelope. It was just a loose coin in a capsule in a 4x4 or 5x5 envelope, just sliding back and forth up and down. And it was a paper envelope. It was not a bubble wrap envelope. So it wasn't plastic, it was paper. And the coin sliding around there. Well, you have to remember that when the post office everything's automated, everything is quick and easy and simple. There's nobody sitting there sorting shit by hand for very, 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 very few items. Everything goes through a machine of one type or another. Well, if it's flat, it's going through a machine with rollers that have tension on them. That tension squeezes things. So the coin got squeezed to the end of the envelope, and because it was paper, it popped right out. And I could see what happened. I did a video. I took pictures of the little hole that was about like this, right at the end of the envelope, right at the crease right there. That big. You can see where the coin slid right through it, and you can see the roller marks on the envelope. You knew exactly what happened. Nobody stole it. Nobody did anything nefarious. machine squeezed it out. It's probably still sitting on the floor of a postal sorting facility somewhere, unless the janitor found it. The person operating the machine might have heard it hit the floor. I doubt it, over the sound of the machine, and because they have hearing protection on. The janitor probably found it as they were cleaning up, sweeping up. He found it. My guess. That's just my guess. But how did I resolve this issue? Well, I was disappointed I didn't get the coin. It wasn't something really expensive or really something I needed to have. But I showed the post. I first off, I went to my local post office and showed them the envelope and explained to them what I thought happened. And they said, "Well, you can go online, fill out this form, upload your evidence." And I did that. I had a receipt because it wasn't a race win. It was I just bought it outright from the person. And so I had a receipt for it. And I had the cost of the postage that the person who mailed it to me, because I think they had tracking on it. So that's $5 and some cents for 1 ounce, probably $5.40, something like that. Plus whatever the coin cost, I think it was $35 or $40. So I had that receipt because I paid with PayPal. So I took my PayPal receipt off the computer, printed it, and then I uploaded it and whatever. I filled out the online form, submitted the evidence, and I'll bet it didn't even take 3 days. I had my money back. All right, granted, I didn't have the coin. I wanted the coin. I didn't want the money because I already spent the money on the coin. But I was happy to get my money back. I'll get another coin, not a big deal. It wasn't something rare. It wasn't something real expensive. It was just a silver 1 ounce coin. I wrote to the person who, and I also did a video about how to package things correctly if you're going to send stuff to people. Tape stuff down in the envelope so it doesn't slide back and forth, so it can't be forced out of the end of a package. And if it is a paper envelope like that, to tape the edges all the way around and all the seams. And I did a video about that, and I called the person and I talked to him on the phone, and we did emails. The person was sorry that it happened, and they weren't going to give me another coin, so they weren't going to make it as right as they could, but they did express sympathy and sorry. And I mean, it's on you in the post office at that point. It's not on them. So that was my experience. My other experience was I sent a coin to someone with tracking. I always put tracking on my coins so I know when they get there, if they get there, if they don't get there. The person said, "I haven't gotten this coin." Okay, well, I started looking at tracking, and the person didn't explain to me which coin it was because that person had gotten a couple, 2, 3, 4, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, they had been complaining earlier on the internet in the coin community that their mailbox had been getting robbed. I think that's how they put it. So I'm assuming it was a big box or a bank of mailboxes for like an apartment complex or something like that. It sits outside, big. Everybody's got their mailbox in this big box. So anyway, they didn't get it. Well, I'll see what I can do. So actually, I gave them the wrong tracking number first. No, that was the other coin. They got that one. They were talking about this coin, so I had to go back in, and I had the quick look up on my computer. I can put in tracking number and look, and I can do it by address. I can do it by whatever date, and I finally found the right tracking number and looked it up, and that had been delivered to that mailbox on this date at this time. And then it came up missing. Well, that's not a me problem. That's a you problem at that point. So the best thing I could do was to sympathize and offer advice on reporting it to the postmaster, doing the online complaint form, and making a report with the local PD. But he said when the item got delivered to the post box, to the mailbox, and it was marked delivered on my tracking, at that point, it was a them problem. Them in the post office and the local PD. So we got that solved, and that person still comes into my streams. We say hi. Very cordial. I didn't say, hey, nothing I can do about it. It's your problem, man. And leave it at that. They didn't go on the internet and say, Gary Huffman's a piece of shit and this coin got, no, none of that happened. I tried to be as helpful as possible, as cordial as possible. Well, Kiwi's item got lost in the mail system. Now he has a proxy in the United States. Everything gets sent to his proxy. All right. So there's a trail. If it's tracked, it has tracking on from the person who sent it to the proxy. That's in the United States mail system. That can be tracked, and he can get, or they can get their money back. All you have to do is go online. The proxy has to go online to do this. Kiwi can't do it because he's in New Zealand, but the proxy can do it from their location in the States, and the person who sent it was in the States. So you have that mail system right there. That can be taken care of right there. Okay. Then, if it's international, from the proxy to New Zealand, that's a different system, and I don't know how that works. And I don't know who has to initiate an investigation from which end, from Kiwi's end or from the proxy's end. I do not know how that works. However, Kiwi said something on the internet, and like I said, the internet's forever. And it wasn't very kind because Kiwi is that kind of an abrasive individual. I understand that. I know that. I understand that. I have put up with people like that in the military. As a leader, I have to be able to read people, or had to be able to read people. And you have to deal with each individual as an individual and their proclivities and the way they do things, the way they say things. So everything has to be taken with a grain of salt. And sometimes people don't know how to take Kiwi. I have had several individuals I've led over the years that were like him. And so it has to be, he has to be treated differently. Sorry, it's just the way it is, because that's the way he is. So there's bad blood there between the person who sent the item and Kiwi. And it's actually the mail system's fault, not the person who sent the item. It's not the proxy. It's not Kiwi. Yeah, Kiwi got screwed. He felt bad. He was pissed off because he spent the money. The other person pissed off because Kiwi said something about them on a personal level. And I'm sure the proxy feels like shit. But that's the way it is. You get squabbles like that, little internal squabbles, and that's what tears an organization or a community apart. Another one I learned recently, a gold race that a person won. Then the person who was conducting the race had a computer crash. This is supposedly, I don't have the whole story yet. I don't have both sides. Supposedly, after the race was won, the computer crashed. So they didn't have who was first, who was last, and all of but they knew who won the race. And it was supposed to be for a gram of gold, or I'm assuming a gram of gold. And it could have been a tenth for all I know. I don't know the whole story. Supposedly the computer crashed. Everyone in the chat would say, rerun the race, you know. And and a lot of times they do that as a joke. They say that as a joke, you know, kidding. Well, the person that was running the race decided to do that, rerun the race. And the person who had won initially did not win the second time and got pissed off, and rightly so, if the story is true as I know it to this point. And then someone said on the internet, better to piss off one person than 27 other people in chat. That was a wrong thing to say, dude. You should not have said that. I am surprised that you did say that, because I've had you in streams. I've said hi to you, been courteous, and I didn't think you would say something like that. But then I don't know you personally. Again, and the person you said it to, you don't know personally. And you don't know how they're going to take what you said. You just don't know how they're going to take it. You don't know what another person is going through unless you're living their life. You have no idea. So anyway, then the person that actually won the first time and then got screwed the second time, after that other person said that about this person, then this person posted something on the internet the other night saying that they were done with the community and they were pissed off. And that's what tears communities apart. You have to think about what you're saying before you say it. You know, it's like when we make videos, we kind of script out on a piece of paper what we're going to say and how we're going to say it so that we don't disappoint people, piss people off. And if I do say something as a joke, I try to let you know that it is a joke. You just have to be more aware. Be more aware. This community's been a great community to me for this last year and a half that I've been laid up and I'm outside now doing more stuff outside, getting caught up, and I'm not on the computer as often as I was. But I hate to see uh, squabbles like that wrecking a community. It just doesn't make sense. All right, let me look at chat. I have to look at chat. Hey, Ronald Harris. How are you, dude? You know, nobody said anything about their bells, but because I had all the girls pick their bells a month ago. Which bell do you want? Which bell do you like? And they all picked the bell that they wanted. So they all knew what they were getting. So I think they like them. I think they like them. And my son-in-law, he got the bike bell because he likes to ride bike a lot. So he got the bike bell. Yeah. Paper envelopes suck, man. And if you're gonna do paper envelopes, then you tape every seam all the way around, everything. Tape, more tape. Tape is cheap. Oh, thanks, freaking awesome. Wonderful. Yeah. Some people get their panties in a wad over stuff that can be resolved, and it takes a little work sometimes, but it can be resolved. I always look at it like this: if I screw something up, it's my responsibility to make it right. If I screw something up, if it's a post office's fault, it's a post office's responsibility. If it's another person who screwed up, I expect them to make things right. But you have to delineate, you have to define who is responsible at what point in the transaction. Just, you know, it's easy to get pissed at the person who sent an item and not get pissed off the post office because it's a large organization, very impersonal, and you got to deal with bullshit paperwork and uploading crap evidence. And yeah, I understand. It's easier to get pissed off that person than the post office, but it's the post office's fault. So you got to watch what you say about people. Try to be respectful. It's not that they're trying to fuck you. There are very few people who are actually trying to actively fuck you. And those that are get found out real quick. So just remember that. Yeah, that's right. The person who originally won the race should have been given it. I agree. And I think a lot of times now people say, "Oh, rerun the race in chat," but they're not meaning it in all actuality. They're joshing, they're kidding, and a lot of times it's hard when you're typing things to get context into that message. You know what I mean? When you're talking to somebody, there's tone, there's intonation, there's how they look physically that lets you know that they're joshing, that it's a joke, that what they said they didn't actually mean it that way. It's they're just joshing. But when you're typing and you're on the internet, you can't tell when people are joshing a lot of times. So I think maybe that's the way it was meant. But yeah, it's a balance act. Yeah, it is, man. Different people, different personalities. You will find that, and Snoopy, you know this too, being in the Corps. As a leader, I was a team sergeant on a Special Forces A team. I had 12 guys, another 11 guys. I had a captain, I had a warrant officer, and then I had sergeant first classes, staff sergeants, and E5s. The whole gambit. And every one of them expects to be treated a certain way according to their rank and time in service. And so you have to treat them all the same, all with respect, but you have to listen to each person as an individual, because that's what makes the team strong, the individuality. But you have to be smart enough as a team sergeant to understand those personalities and to deal with them individually. I didn't think I was a very good team sergeant. I don't think I had the experience as an E7 to be promoted to team sergeant and then be promoted to E8 after that. But the more I look back on it, as immature as I was, I did understand people. I did understand people. So I guess what I'm trying to say is this community is such a great community. Such a great community. I hate to see people leaving the community over. It's actually little stuff. I mean, is one coin or a small pour worth the friendships that you worked so hard to make in this community, that you're willing to give it all up just for that piece of silver? Is that? And you know, Jesus was turned it over for how many pieces of silver? So there's power there, but what's more? What's worth it? What has more worth? Those people and the friendships and the relationships you've built over a period of time, or that piece of silver? What's more valuable to you? I guess you have to make that decision. And if you choose the silver, see ya. Don't care. I don't care to talk to you. If the people and the relationships you've built are more important to you, come on, brother. Stay here. You're the kind of person I want to be involved with. Hi, Steve. How are you? So I guess that's about as much as I got to say on that little subject. I have a good day today. I will mail out my package to Kane Friday, and he'll get a little bit of extra. And I'm sending some jerky, my homemade jerky. I'm sending some up to North Dakota to my brother-in-law, who's also a Marine, Snoopy. He was, let's see, Vietnam vet, 68, 69, I believe, or 69, 70. But he was a recon Marine and a sniper. I can tell you he was a sniper simply because of the way he likes his long-range guns now and his experimentation with wildcats. So, what was his latest? His latest little thing was a 223 Cheetah back in the day. He liked that Cheetah for some reason. And now we're looking at ARCs and PRCs. So, $6 mil ARC or a 6 mil something or another. Seems like the 6.5, 6 mil right in there is the new hotness for whatever. 244 or 245. I don't know. I myself like 27 calibers. 30s are nice. 30s are nice. Don't get me wrong. I have a 30-06 and a 308 and a 338 Win Mag. That's my long range touch somebody gun, 338 Win Mag. But I have a 6.5 Creedmoor and I have a 7mm mag. I don't have a PRC. If I was to buy a new hunting rifle today, it would be in 7mm PRC. Plain and simple. The Lapua is too big for practically anything except humans. My 7mm Rem mag will take anything in North America and 90%, 95% of everything in Africa. So it'll probably take everything in Africa with right shot placement and right bullet. But I'd rather be overgunned than undergunned. All right, should we look at I'm talking dirty? Is that because I'm talking about Marines or I'm talking about guns and ballistics and ammo and that kind of stuff? There aren't too many Green Berets in the coin community that I know of. I know one other guy that worked with us or worked with SEALs, but not in the military as a contractor. So, hey, Pedro, how are you, bud? Hey, I got a question for you. I thought I had gotten everything. You see these before, and my notes. I try to balance these in my notes when we do auctions. But I have two items that Gremlin actually came from Gremlin, had her return address on, label on, but I do not know if they were mine, and I have to see if I can find the damn cards. But I got the items right down here, so I could just look there. Maybe I don't even have cards. I don't know. Maybe the cards are in here. Yeah, they are. Right here. Two cards. It says winner, Gary H. on them, but I didn't have them in my notes. I have two 1/2 ounce coins and a 2024 Asahi Year of the Dragon. Item 128 and item 413. And it says winner, Gary Huffman on the card. You can see that. But I did not have them in my notes. So I still have them in the box. I have the cards in here, and I was going to email you and see for certain. See, there are the 2 1/2 ounce rounds. One is a Buffalo, and the other one is a Morgan look-alike. So we got a Buffalo and a Morgan. Those are the 2 1/2 ounces. And I kept them separate because I just could not coincide those with my notes. And the other one is this one. It's a trade unit, World Trade Unit, with the eagle on the back. Eagle. And I didn't have it in my notes. They both came from Ashley. Ashley says she didn't send them, but it had her return address label on, and that was in there. So I don't know if someone sent that for Ashley, because that's a little gremlin sticker and cup holder thing there. And I just didn't know. So if they're mine, fine. If my notes are wrong, which is entirely possible, those are the two items right there, 413 and 128. I didn't have them in my notes, but it's not to say that my notes weren't wrong. I had all the rest of them in my notes, so I found that extremely strange that I had all the rest of these, but I didn't have those two. Anyway, that I am going to put in your lap right now. I'll bet you thought that when you came into chat this morning, didn't you? Uh-huh. And I also, today, besides going to the post office and mailing stuff, and I will say it again, Kane, I screwed up. Kane Friday, I screwed up, and I did not send you that kookaburra. It is coming to you with a couple other things. Brother, it's coming to you. Ghost Dancy, just to let you know, it's coming to you. All right. And then I'm sending that jerky to my brother-in-law, and my oldest daughter and her husband are here from Philadelphia for the holidays, and my wife had to go to back to work today, so we are going to go out and we are going to do some shooting today. My daughter wants to be introduced to handguns, and I would like to take her over to Pearson's, to the gun store that's a couple miles away from me, and just have her put her hands on several different types and sizes of handguns just to see kind of what might fit her hand, because that's what you got to do. I have found the size of handgun, the type of handgun that I like to shoot and hold. All right. You have to remember, I started shooting when I was a youngster, 11, 12, probably 12, 13 years old when my first handgun, and I was shooting my stepdad's 22 Colt 22 pistol. And then I went in the Army, and I started shooting. I was on a pistol team. Colt 1911s, 45s. And that's the type. And I carried a 45 for many years. Single stack, magazine, 7, 8 shots. That's it. That grip angle, that gun. Then I got a Ruger P90 in 45. Great gun. If you ever find a P89, P90, that series of pistols on Gun Broker or used gun someplace, buy it. Buy it. Definitely buy it. You won't want to carry it, but great gun. Great gun. Then I started getting into the 9mm after that. I like hammer fired guns. I like DA, double action, single action, hammer fired guns with a manual safety. That's just me, because I grew up with 1911s. I like striker fired guns, but I do not like to carry a striker fired gun simply because it does not have a manual safety. All they have is a trigger safety, which I do not like. The ones with the firing pin block or the striker block, I like those better than the ones without, but I do not like a striker fired gun that's cocked, pointing at my junk or at my hip with no manual safety. Just do not like it. That's my opinion. That's what I like. Now, I never carried a Glock. All right, never carried a Glock until I was shooting out here with a friend of mine, and he's a veteran. He was a Huey helicopter crew chief, and he had a Glock 43X MOS, the modular optic system, so it slides cut for an optic or for a red dot. Glock had changed the grip angle on that gun just a little, maybe a degree and a half. But it fit my hand so well. It's such a light gun, the right size. That's what I carry now on my hip. Not with a red dot on. I have a regular Glock sights on yet, which I don't like. I will replace the sights at some point. But that Glock I like. Now, and that being said, I have purchased two. I put one together, but the other one I ordered whole. Two Palmetto State Armory dagger compacts. They are Glock 19 Gen 3 clones. Now, I could have got the regular size dagger, but that's a Glock 17 size. The dagger compact is a Glock 19 size. That's the size of handgun I like to shoot. I did not get the 17 size. All right. Because look at these hands. These are some little frickin' hands. I got strong hands, or used to at one time have strong hands from setting traps, but I have a finger here now that catches, it locks. You can even see it. And my fingers are getting weaker. But that's the size of handgun I like to shoot. Heavy handguns are not my thing anymore, especially carrying it on my hip all day. I have one in my, I have one of those Glock clones, a PSA in my truck. Oh, no, I have the Glock in my truck. I have a PSA clone stationed around where I come in the house. I have one stationed around where I sleep. I have my Canic Elite SC in my safe, one of my safes, loaded. So in case somebody forces me to open a safe, there's always a loaded handgun there someplace. Everywhere I'm at, there's a loaded handgun somewhere or a loaded rifle. So anyway, I love Canics and I love CZs. I'm a CZ fanboy. CZ fanboy. My favorite gun of all time so far. Of all time so far. Of all time so far is the CZ P07. And when they came, the only problem with the CZ P07 is a slide was not cut for an optic, for a red dot. All right. You could have it cut. You could have it machined at one time. Send slide in, get it machined. No problem. All right. Extra cost. CZ came out with the P09, which was supposed to be a P07 with a slide cut for an optic. That's all they had to do is take a P07, cut the slide for an optic, had the most fucking awesome handgun in the world. So what did they do? They did a complete remake and fucked it completely up. I had the gun guy over here order a P09, got it in, went over and looked at it. The most horrendous trigger in the world. Gritty, just a piece of shit. I wouldn't buy it. I had him order it, but I wouldn't buy it. Every other CZ I've ever owned, just a wonderful gun. From the CZ75 to the P01, the P07, I got a P10C striker fired CZ. Wonderful gun. some of the best triggers on the market, and they should be because they're patterned after a Walther. Oh, man. The other gun I like is my Canik. If Canik would make a hammer-fired gun with a manual safety, a DASA hammer-fired gun with a manual safety, I will buy it. Because Canik, in my opinion, has the best trigger out of the box all day, every day. Bar none. I don't care. Thank you, Pedro. And I'm pretty sure it was my notes, but I had to I had to keep it separate because I just didn't know. All right, that's my rant about handguns for right now. Let's do this because we're already getting close to an hour. Let's do this. Let's open this thing up here, and we'll take my little Angry Warrior tackle box knife. I have two of these. I bought two of them. It's a good little knife, man. Good little knife. Look at that. Jeez. And I resharpened it too, so to my liking. Oh, look at that. Cutting tape, and I cut right into the package. Well, I know there's a race win or a another win in here. And you know the envelope because Adam always sends a thank you. Adam always sends a thank you. There it is. Look at that. Oh, sliding out. Oh, man, look at this. 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 And Adam is so good. He's got his QR codes on there. There is a smart man right there. And his spreadsheet thing on, you can go to that spreadsheet and see your banks, your credits, your race wins, your all the other stuff. YouTube and Instagram QR codes. That's wonderful, man. I love the way he operates. I just do. What do we got here? We got oh man, I'm gonna have to put my feet down because we're going to show you this stuff. I have to show you this stuff up close and personal. This is what is this? This was a race win here. And this was from Kellen. This was from Kellen. How could it be a race win from Kellen? I don't understand. Unless Kellen won it and then he gifted it to me. And I think that might be it. This is a Old Eyes. United States large cent. This is 1851 large cent. Of course, I'd have it upside down. I don't know if you can see it real good right there. Maybe a little closer like this and get some light on it. Well, might have to do it like this then. See if I can do it. Let's see if I can do it. I'll give you a little light right there. See that? I think that's my second one of United States large cents because I collect the 1851. You can see that. I collect the Canadian large cents. But I like these large pennies. I really do. I think this was gifted from Kellen. From Kellen L. I think that was gifted from Kellen L. So Thank you, Kellen. That was really nice. I think that is my second United States large penny. I now have to start collecting those. That's nice. I like that. Now, what did I have here? This is that odd coin. This was a gaw. I think this is an Anna from India. I sent one to Kane too. I think this is an Anna, I believe. Where's my old eyes here again? Well, it's got the 3 lions on it, but it's got some Indian writing that I do not understand. There's a 1963 10 something. But that one, see, you can see the 3 lions on there. Hold up a second. See the 3 lions right there? And then the backside, it's got the 1963 and the 10, but I just can't tell you what it is. Now, the one I sent to Kane was the same design, the same exterior design. I like. It looks like a gear almost, but mine said Anna, 1 Anna on it. So I think this was maybe 10 Annas. But that's a cool coin too. I like coins that have different shapes to them. I like the guitar pick shaped ones, square ones, the triangular. I had that one triangular Egyptian coin. I think that was we did a large race for that one, I think. And then the other thing I got was, look at this. I got an Adam J poker chip. Now, okay, because we're going to put that down there. Now, I think that's it for the envelope. We got to look at that. We got to open it up just to make sure. That's it for the envelope. All right, I'm going to put that up here on the table. Now you know what's in here. I'll bet you can guess now. Where is my little knifey knife? Oops. We're just going to do this. Oh, he packaged this up good, didn't he? Oh, man. Yeah, he packaged it up good. All right. Now, you guys know that Adam actually makes things, right? 3D printing. All right. Look at that. He put it in another one. We are going to have to do some real cutting on this bad boy. I mean, there's enough tape on here to... All right. We'll get you. We'll get you. Oh, thanks, Angry Warrior, for turning me on to these little knives. These little knives are just the handiest little shits. If you guys haven't got one of these little knives yet, and look how big this is in my hand. I mean, I can... That's just, I mean, ooh, a little bitty knife. It is a handy little knife for just like stuff like this, man. It's just handy. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on there. There it is. Ta-da! Look at that. Back that off a little ways. And then we'll take this and we'll put it in there like that. Now you know what it is, don't you? All right. For Christmas, one of my presents was, and I got to do this without spilling them because I got them sat on here, is I got a coin holder from my daughter. But you can see I got them too crowded on there. So what'll have to happen here is Adams will go right up there on top. Hold up a second. I'll show you. Adams will go right up there on top. And this coin holder is actually, each row will hold 4, but that's really crowded. So what I'll do is I'll take one off of each row and put on to this tower. And then I'm going to have to so you move them over like that, and then I got enough room, and then that way you can actually see them. And then I'll have to take this one off and then go like this and that. All right, now that way, if I go like this, and I'll put Tooly Tooly right up there. Now I'll put Addicted to Precious Metals over here. I got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got room for 10 more poker chips. And then this one will set like that. So you got 3, 2, 3, 2. That way you can see them all. So all I need to do is bump up the back on this one a little bit. So that now they can both set up here. And I got room for all my chips. So let me get this out of the way, and then I'll just move this over here like that, and move this down like that a little bit. See? Look at that. That'll work out great, man. Thanks, Adam. I got to turn that monitor off there. Thank you, Adam. Very, very nice, man. I knew I had 3 wins, and the wins have been on his spreadsheet for a long time, and I'll leave them on there because it helps him with shipping. If you just 3 or more, and then he can ship it all together, so it saves him on shipping. And anytime it saves anybody some money, I'll go with it. I'll do it. But you really didn't have to send this nice little bag. I'm gonna have to give this to I'm gonna give this to my daughter. That's a nice bag, man. I really didn't need that, but that's a nice touch. And then I got 2 coins too. I got the Indian and I got that large American cent. That one and this one is cool. Very cool. The Indian will go on my table as a GAW or a DAL race win or something like that. This large American cent, that goes in my stack. That goes in my stack. I don't collect a lot of American stuff, but I do collect the commemoratives from the mint. I do collect those. If I get them at a decent price, I will put commemoratives away. But As far as collecting American coins, no. I did sell 351, was it 14? Yeah, 14 tubes of American Silver Eagles at one point to it was let's just say it was for real estate. Let's put it that way. It was for real estate. So I have, I think, 1.5 tubes of maples yet to make a monster box. And I started rebuilding my stack of ASCs. I think I have like 6 tubes now, maybe. But I want to get back to a monster box of ASCs also. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but I would like to get back to them where I was. I'd like to get back to the 14 tubes that I had, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But and you guys know that I collect Canadian stuff, so having the monster box of maples is important to me. I want as many king maples as I have queen maples, and I have a lot of queen maples. I think I only have 2 tubes of king maples. No, not even that much. I think maybe just a tube of kings. So, yeah, it's going to take me a while to get the ASCs back, but I need to do that. I need to get that done. And Pedro, if you look that up, fine, great. If I'm wrong, and I think I am wrong, probably my notes are wrong, let me know. Oh, I like the shape of those coins too. The Indian coins have that gear shape to them, and I don't know, that intrigues me. When a mint will go out of their way to make stuff different and special. Now, I like the Canadian mint just because of their diversity. The songbirds of Canada, canoes of Canada, the plains of Canada, their wildlife series, their birds of prey series, and their presentation boxes and everything, so much better than the United States Mint. Man, I wish the Mint would take the United States Mint would take some hint. But the United States Mint has turned into a for-profit industry. Yes, I understand you have to make money in order to keep going, like any business. But when you're making a god awful amount of profit at the expense of selling stuff, then it's a stupid business model. Sorry, it just is. I don't know. I think volume as compared to price is a better business model. If you make a product that people want and people will buy, and you have it at a decent price, people will buy more. I don't know. All right, Ronald. I will see you on Durbin's. Yes, I do have enough copper bells now. You have a chance. Yeah, the silver bottle cap coins are cool, but I didn't want to start another series of coins. Oh my God, I got enough. I got enough series of coins. But they are cool. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Maybe someday I will have them. I don't know, but yes, they are a cool series. I thought. Yep. I like coins. I like looking at coins. You get so busy, and I'm primarily a stacker as opposed to a collector. But I like my Canadian stuff, but I like coins of different shapes and sizes and configurations. Just, I think they're just cool. You know, you get so busy stacking. There's only so many 10-ounce bars you can have, only so many kilos, only so many 5-ounce bars, 2-ounce bars, you know, just bars are bars, you know. But, and then, and, you know, round coins are round coins. Um, and for the longest time, all we had were bars and rounds. All we had. Well, now private mints are starting to make guitar pick shaped coins, bottle cap shaped coins, the gear shaped coins, uh, triangle shaped coins, coins in every different um, configuration. The one I bought from the Wounded Warrior Project was that Burton Morris King Kong on the World Trade Center. I bought that one and gave that one as a Christmas gift. The coins now, not just bars or whatever. Uh, Coins in shapes like that are just cool. They're just I like coins in different shapes. But that's me. Oh, Chappie, how are you, bud? And Dale's in here. Emerald Coast Stacker. Trigger pull really is underrated, dude. And reset on the triggers is very important to me. You want to shoot fast, you want to shoot accurate, you need a short, sharp, soft reset. Not soft, but I mean, not excessively hard, not hard. It's got to be a reset that's uh, tick, 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 just like that. Just like that. And when you go to the gun store and I pick up a gun, make sure it's unloaded, magazine's out, press check. My finger on a trigger, just the tip of my finger. Pull that trigger and see what it's like. How much take up there is, how much slack, how much take up, till I hit a wall. And then from that wall, how short that trigger press is and how much poundage. And if it's at 4.5, 5 pound, that's probably about right. I would like to have a little lighter than that to 3.5, but that's why I like manual safeties, for one thing, because I like my trigger pull to, or my poundage to be a little bit less. And then after you pull the trigger, recock the gun, and check the reset. How far out you have to come, how far back you have to come, and what the poundage is there. And you will see Canic is one of the best triggers out of the box on the market. CZ is next, in my opinion, and that and Walther are hand in hand because CZ was modeled after a Walther. So then a Walther. After that, I don't care. Yeah, I imagine that's true, Pedro. And overage is probably an anomaly. But I don't want something that I didn't buy and sending someone to someone else that didn't buy it and then having to get it back from them and send it to the right person. It's just a nut roll. So I kind of wanted to alleviate that, especially for you that has to do all this stuff. Yeah, both a stacker and a collector, and that's what I am. I started stacking. That's what I started doing, and I will continue to stack because I believe in the scarcity and utility of silver. It's been used as coinage for all of history, and only as of late during the Industrial Revolution have we found the industrial uses for it. And the industrial uses are many, many, and it's going to take a lot of silver until we find something better than silver for conductivity. But until we do, silver is the mineral, the metal. Gold has always been wealth and will always continue to be wealth. And I look at silver more as an investment. Gold is where my wealth is preserved at. I am not in crypto because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in crypto. You can't preserve wealth. You can make money, but you can't preserve wealth in crypto because there's nothing physical to hold wealth in. When all of your wealth is nothing but digits in the ether on the internet, when it's just ones and zeros on a computer, that's not wealth. You can make money doing that, but you're not going to preserve your wealth doing that. So you couldn't buy Bitcoin at one point and say, okay, I'm going to hold on to this for the next 30 years or buy and have it appreciate over the years like gold or land, or yes, and gold and land will have its real estate will have its ups and downs. And crypto will have its ups and downs also. But when you get right down to it, and in 30 years, you're going to have something at the end with gold or real estate. And with crypto, what are you going to have? You're still going to have ones and zeros. If you have them by then. I'm just not a believer, not yet. Stock market, yes, I play the stock market a little bit. Miners specifically, but not all miners. I do own Coca-Cola. I do own Google. There are some stocks, but I don't play with a lot of money in the stock market because that's my casino money basically. That's casino money, and so I have a set limit. That's it, no more. That's all. This is the way it goes, man. Okay, 13 out of 400 though. That wasn't too bad, but still, 13 is you got to track it down, and you got to contact the person who it got sent to, or post office, or yeah, that's a nut roll, man. That's a nut roll. Thank you for doing that. You got to be a saint for doing that, man. And that's one of the things, one of the only things that I really contribute to all year long is the Wounded Warrior Project. And I like to do it through the coin community because that benefits the coin community and it benefits WWP. Both of the things that I'm passionate about. And the Valhalla Project. And a lot of you guys don't know, my niece, Natasha, was active duty Navy. She was an IC3, whatever the hell that is in the Navy for rank. PFC, it would have been my estimation. Her carrier, the George Washington, was in port for repairs. And so you're talking 7, 8 years where all the personnel on that ship are land-based then. Around Virginia, Norfolk, and wherever. And she was having some problems. She ended up taking her own life, we think. There were a lot of sailors on that boat that did take their own life. That year, I think there were 10 or 12 off of that boat that took their life in that year. And that leads me to believe that there's something systemically wrong with either the leadership or the construct of how they were shipped to the naval base, or the civilian community had to buy their homes, had to rent or whatever, and go back to the boat for daily activities. Then, it's so there's something wrong there. And my estimation is that my guess would be that the sailors were having some problems, with renting or buying and living on the community, on the economy, and they were voicing their concerns and problems to the ship's leadership, and that they were doing nothing about it. And that got to the point where sailors were taking their own lives. And then the captain got relieved. Then the chief in command there, the command chief, like the command sergeant major, all the upper leadership got replaced. And then magically the suicide stopped, or I haven't heard anymore. So, yeah, toxic leadership. All right, guys, that's it. Freaking. If you only stack, you lack the attack of the pack. And if only a collector, you better get her both so you will be close to most. Yeah, power grid goes down. You have an EMP of some type, whether it's from a foreign actor or internal. EMP of some type taking down the electrical grid. For how long, we don't know, but we can guesstimate because of the repair parts that we have on hand. We can guesstimate. Crypto at that point is gone. It's just gone. Now, when the electrical grid comes back online, your crypto may come back. You may still have it. But in the meantime, you can't use it to transact. You can't do anything because you have no electricity. So that's all I'm going to say about crypto, man. It's not that I'm against it. It's just that I don't see it as a long-term storage of wealth. Yeah, you can make money in the short term, but I am not a believer. Not a believer. Well, I've learned a little bit about crypto, and I'm not a believer in any of it. Oh, thank you, dear.
Hunter just called you.
Okay, thank you. I guess somebody called me, so I will get off. Somebody's probably on the phone calling me and telling me, Gary, you're talking too long. All right, guys, that's it. We are going to go. I'll turn it around for you. There you go. And this means as a community also. All right, we'll see you guys, man. It was nice having everybody. talking to everybody and seeing everybody this morning. See ya. Bye.